Today is Monday, October 16th at 6 p.m. The Board of Health in Meeting Room 2. Can I have a roll call, please?
Gavin Byers.
James Lequier.
And Chris Nosella. Additions, deletions, Carla? We have none?
I've got
Oh, you got
one more septic permit. Yeah, it's new construction, and 94 Fitchburg Road.
94. Okay, so we'll probably do that one before 84 Fitchburg Road, so. Okay, so let's start out. Acceptance of the Mass DEP Sustainable Material Recovery Grant Program.
This is a formality just to let the board members know we receive this every year. This year we received $9,000. Eric did already sign it, but I wanted to bring it to the board's attention. And if anyone's curious about what we can spend it on, there's a whole list of information here if you'd care to look at it, if you'd like me to forward it. What we usually do is we do the annual flyer, which is also on the agenda. We help dispose of the plastic and the wood at the recycling center. Any type of signage, any advertising, those types of things are what comes out of that 9,000.
Yep. Can you
Okay.
forward that?
I absolutely can. Would you like an extra copy?
Sure.
Do we all have one of those copies? Or?
You do not. If you'd like one, I didn't want to inundate you with
Yeah.
paperwork
No,
because
that's
you don't
fine.
like it.
That's fine. Yeah, wasting paper is a bad thing. We need to recycle. All right, so that's that. And we did get 9,000. Did we get 9,000 last year? I know it works on points. I don't remember what we got.
We got 8,700.
We did better this year. That's good.
We missed a point. Center open 30 times a year. I missed it by one date. I don't know how that happened, but we're sure as heck not going to do it this year.
Yes. Yeah, because what would that be?
Well,
What
I
did
think
they get?
fiscally didn't we do the blacktop last year? I think we
The
missed
slab.
a day or two.
The slab in the group.
That
right.
could,
Yeah, so
that
we
could have
probably
been it.
missed
Hmm.
a day.
Okay, that could be it.
We tried to do that in between, but we probably did miss.
I thought we pushed
Yeah.
one day out.
Yeah, that would be the one day. That's all right, we'll get it next
Possible.
year. We'll get it next year. We always do good at that.
We're in the top 1% of the state for the savings. I thought we were the number one, and I think we're second or third now.
Yeah, by one day. That's all right, we'll make up for it this year. Okay, let's move on and go to 94 Fitchburg Road. Rick.
All right.
God, I hate these laws. Can't see out of them.
Oh, boy. Okay. So much for the really nice pen, huh? Oh, she was so pretty, too.
So this is new construction. So we dealt a lot with 96 Fitchburg Road with that farm over there, and then they just put a septic in recently. So that property is right here. Fitchburg Road is here. So what they're proposing to do is this is under that new zoning bylaw that allows for over 55 housing with some different zoning regs. I think it's offsets, land area, all that stuff. So they're kind of promoting doing something like this. So it's 3 units. Title V has different sizing for systems for over 55, so it's 150 gallons per day per unit, as long as they don't exceed 2 bedrooms. So they're proposed to be 2-bedroom units at 150 gallons per day per unit. They're going to share a tank, so it's a 2,500 gallon 2-compartment tank, and then that's going to gravity feed to 3 leaching trenches. That'll serve the entire property. So as a condition on the permit, before they get their certificate of compliance, we'll want to review the condo documents, one, to make sure that the language is sufficient to be able to take care of system maintenance and repair in the future. And then the other part is just to make sure that there's a restrictive covenant that it's going to remain elderly housing.
Yeah, elderly.
Any questions?
Where is the farmhouse on this one, Rick?
It's over here. So this is the septic that they just put in, right on the road.
Yes.
And the farmhouse would be right over here.
And how close are they going to the abutter?
Well, this is 20 feet right here, so it's probably somewhere around 40 feet, 35 or 40 feet.
Well, I think last time I checked, it was 35 feet to an abutter, to your property line for building. But
So
that's,
the farmhouse being here, the new septic system is this?
Yep.
And they're gonna take that small parcel and they're putting 3 units on it?
3 units on it, and quite a bit of fill, obviously, so the ground's going to change. I mean, it does dip down off of the driveway area quite a bit, so they're filling it in. But they've got some stormwater here, stormwater in the back, and then this will be the septic portion of it. Town water will be coming in, and then the other one, FS, is the fire service for the sprinklers.
Where is the ledge for the footings for this proposed building? Wasn't the ledge right up at the ground?
Yeah, I mean, we did test holes, so there's test holes here. We did some up here, and then we went down here and we actually had pretty good depth. So I think the shallowest hole out here was 90 inches deep. So the ledge was up here, but they're basically,
So the footings are gonna be on the ledge essentially?
I mean, they might have to even blast because they're, the basement's at elevation 120, and existing elevation 120 comes through right here. So they're gonna be, pretty much, I think it was mostly 2 feet away. 921-7 was the shallowest. This was right here.
Yeah, so you just made
So
the
that one
comment,
was
you think
2
they're gonna
feet.
have to blast to put the footings in and make the foundations happen?
They might have to. I mean, I guess they'll find out. That one was the shallowest at 2 feet, but it was up where they're not pouring any foundations. These are garages right here, and then the ones out here. That's number 6.
921 it says.
921-6 was 86 inches deep, so they did have some depth there. So I mean, most of the ledge we hit was right up along the road,
Right at the road.
and it was getting better as we were coming back in that direction.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I'm expecting we're gonna start seeing at least a few of these.
What's the distance from the road to the front of the building?
So yeah, that's 40 is right there, so
It's right
it's
on
probably
the,
about 50 feet.
right on the edge of the road.
you know,
So they're gonna be bringing everything up, so essentially they're gonna drive straight into the garages off the road, et cetera.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
pretty for old people. All right, can we get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve 94 Fitchburg Road. And you had approval,
Depending on,
So yeah, there's a condition on here that
Conditions.
we'll review the condo docs and make sure that the language is sufficient for an elderly elderly housing restrictive covenant, and that the language addresses future maintenance and repair of the system.
so I'll make the motion as stated by Rick.
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Trying to call in with my phone because this is interrupting the recording. So just bear with me, please.
There you go. Jim? All set? Okay, let's move on to 184 Fitchburg Road.
Now you're right.
talking
How would
to
you like me to
myself.
set this up?
That's all right. That's
It's
fine.
still on. And
Just
now,
mute yours.
see, but it's muted, but
Well, it's on speaker too, so take it off speaker. Right. There you go.
okay, perfect.
Good to go?
Can you extend those legs a little bit? So
Yeah,
we're not
sorry.
looking on the ground?
Got it right here, so.
Thanks, Kevin.
Shit, yeah.
Maybe. Oh.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, I'll tell you, here's what we'll do. There we go, now we can see. You can talk now.
My name is John Murphy. I'm here on behalf of McCarty Engineering and your residents at 184 Fitchburg Road. We are proposing a septic upgrade to the current 3-bedroom house. It would be a 2,500 gallon tank with a geomat leaching setup. And the well will be relocated to over here. We had soil testing done at the beginning of September. It's a perk rate of 8 minutes per inch. Board of Health was on site during testing. The existing septic tank and the existing cesspool will be filled in accordance with Mass Title V. Currently, we are requesting a waiver from 310 CMR 14. Sorry, 310 CMR 15.405. The 12-inch offsets from inverts into the tank. Due to the current plumbing in the house, it runs under the basement slab and then comes up in a kind of like a box system. So we would not be able to change the invert in the home as easily as if we could just get the invert. Get the waiver. So we are proposing to have a watertight tank with watertight seals and all of the necessary requirements.
Does it just come out of the house really low? Like is there a basement in there?
I believe there is a
Yeah,
basement.
I think it's a walkout into the back.
Yeah, and it runs under the slab and then comes up into like kind of like there's almost like a wooden like box around it
Yeah.
set up. So in order to move that invert, we would have to kind of like dig up the whole floor, kind of rearrange all that stuff. It just wouldn't be as feasible.
So what elevation you wanna put this tight tank on?
So we would have the invert set at 96.86 coming in, the invert out at 496.61. The watertight seals and all that stuff would ensure that it's not impacted by groundwater. We've also included the buoyancy calculations just to show that even if there is high groundwater, it won't be impacted.
So yeah, it's basically coming in, groundwater somewhere around,
It's about 2 feet to groundwater.
yeah, so like 498, and coming out, it's, a foot lower. So they're looking, it's basically gonna be, in the groundwater table. It'll be, all the tanks come with rubber boot gaskets now. And then they specified this, lip here, which they show in the detail too, for
Yeah.
buoyancy reasons.
Okay.
So you're only asking for the one variance?
Correct.
Is there backflow prevention? Like what's the
Yeah, there
backflow in that?
They just saw them somewhere. Got a gas baffle there, and then I think I saw another one.
Yeah, so how it works is the outlets are all lower than the inlet, and so you wouldn't have it going back. If it backs up, then it's gonna go right into the house.
Yeah.
And so I'm know if he would necessarily catch it before it backed up into
Right.
the basement.
Yeah.
Yes, but okay.
And then was there a clean out in the basement? Or like, was there anything in the basement other than,
I don't believe so. I'm not entirely sure. I was not on property
Yeah.
during that.
So there's, I mean, there typically is an interior clean out.
yeah,
The only time we usually ask for one outside is if there's a bend in the pipe. That's really the only time our code requires one. You know, I don't know if one outside would help out much, just because, you know, if you've got a backup situation,
yeah,
it's probably coming out of like your laundry if it's in the basement, or, you know, whatever plumbing you've got down there. Just because everything's gonna be at that
Right.
same height, yeah.
yep, yeah, okay.
All set, Jim?
I'm all set.
Yeah. Can I get a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve 184 Pittsburgh Road with the, one variance to use of the tight tank. Is there a,
So it's, yeah, it's just the offset from tank tees to groundwater. It is one that you guys have done before.
CMR 15405.
for CMR, for 310 CMR 15.405.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, you're all set.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, good time.
25 Bailey Road, septic upgrade.
So this is existing house with a failing Title V inspection that they're looking to upgrade. It's pretty similar to design to that one. It was just a 30-minute perk instead of an 8, and so the system is bigger, and it requires a pump. So they're coming out of the house to a new 1,500-gallon 2-compartment septic tank, 1,000-gallon pump chamber. So it's not a 2,500 because it's followed by the pump chamber. And then that'll pump up to this geomat leaching field. They are looking for one local upgrade approval, which is use of a sieve analysis in lieu of running an actual perk. Groundwater was just, it was, I think, right at 2 feet when we had done the testing. So we couldn't run it. They took a sample and got a sieve analysis back, which gave us our 30-minute rate.
Are we, obviously with that, are they putting this above ground, building?
Yeah, so these are all proposed contours. So
Yeah,
right now,
okay.
it's, 519 coming through here, and it's gonna be at 523.3, so it's coming up like 4 feet to the top. And this system is, I don't know if we've really talked about it way too much. It's actually a mat that they roll out. It's 1 inch in profile, and then the pipe goes through the sleeve. So it kind of looks like this. You've got the core on top of Title V sand, and the pipe slides through it, and it goes into that core, and it's got a hygroscopic membrane, which it spreads the effluent throughout the entire mat. So it's supposed to be really good treatment because it uses the entire surface area of that mat to leach down into the sand.
How new is that system?
Maybe 5 or 6 years now.
Has anybody else installed one?
We did one,
Yeah.
I thought we did one.
I know I've approved a few of them. I just can't remember whether any of them were in town, because most of the time where you guys have sandy material.
One of those once.
I don't recall that,
So,
but
it
anyway.
makes a lot of sense when you've got like high groundwater situations where you're trying to reduce your mound, because a typical system's gonna be like at least 1 foot in profile with a field, and this will reduce it, to at least half of that.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions?
So just the sieve analysis?
Just the sieve analysis, yeah.
So I'll make a motion to approve 25 Bailey Road with the condition of a sieve analysis done.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, that was easy. Okay. 19 Worcester Road. Oh, that's the one you got, Carl.
existing two-bedroom house with a failing system. It's right in this clouded area. Existing tank is right here. So they're looking to come out and go into a 1,500 gallon 2-compartment septic tank, and that'll gravity feed to a leaching field. So just to remind you guys had written the regs so that anything that was less than 3 bedrooms would need the 1,500 instead of the 2,500.
Yep.
So the local upgrade approvals that they're looking for are right over here. So greater than 3 feet of cover over the system. They're proposing 52 inches, which was 4.3 feet. The other one is reducing groundwater separation by 1 foot from 5 feet to 4 feet. So that allows them to feed it gravity, and then just because topography starts to go up, this is kind of a hill, they're going to end up with more. So Title V just requires that the system be vented if you do have greater than 3 feet of cover, which they are.
They're gonna vent.
Yeah.
Is there gonna be a deed restriction on that?
Yep, they've already recorded it.
It's already closed, okay.
What's the deed restriction for?
So
For the variance? or-
anything less than 3 bedrooms for a design requires a restriction to the number of bedrooms. So it basically says that the property is limited to 2 bedrooms as long as this system serves the property.
Any questions? Can we get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve, let's see, 19 Worcester Road, with the said variance, or not a variance, with, what do we do?
So local upgrade
Local
approval
upgrade
for
approval.
greater than 3 feet of cover and 1 foot groundwater offset reduction.
As stated.
Treat you.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Takes care of that one. I gotta get better glasses. I can't see out of these guys. I think I got gypped on like 5 pairs for like $10.
I need 2 ways now.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this pair is just horrible. I don't like it at all. Okay, that takes care of that one. Excellent. So we got fall schedule. Let me pull my calendar here and see what we got going on for this now.
What it seemed to be was the 2nd and 4th Mondays at 6. So I have down under next meetings,
Oops.
under work session, you'll see that that would mean that it would be October 30th, November 13th, and November 27th. If that's okay.
That all works for me.
Oh,
So we've all gone to Monday now,
at
right?
6
Yeah.
o'clock.
Mondays
Yes.
at 6.
Say those again, Charlotte, not the, I won't be able to do the 30th, but after that.
The 13th and the 27th.
13, 27.
I understand. Board of Health, 6 o'clock. Okay, and then we got, let's do month, November, which would be, see, it says the 13th?
13th and the 27th.
Board of Health meeting, 6 o'clock. The fastest way I can type, you guys. The 27th. Okay. I hate phones. Board of Health meeting, 6 o'clock.
So then, December, the second one, the
Are we trying to do
Would
December
be
also?
11th
And the 25th.
and the 25th, so you could go,
So you wanna do like the 4th and the 18th?
the 1st and the 3rd. How do you like that, Rick? Is that gonna confuse people?
Yeah, whatever you wanna do, I mean, you know, things are slowing down, so you might even be able to just get away with one sometime in
December.
the middle.
Do the
You wanna
11th?
keep the 11th and then have the 25th TBD and maybe
Well-
skip?
That's Christmas.
Well, I
Yeah.
know, but saying that we might not even have to have that second meeting in the month if things are slowing down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just have one
we do
meeting
that.
in December.
cause you'd only be looking at, instead of the 25th, you'd be moving the meeting 3 weeks, 4 weeks actually. Okay, so we're going with the 11th. Board of Health meeting, 6 o'clock.
Okay. Excellent.
Good to have health meetings. Phone, oh God, love me, okay. And, we'll wait on January and stuff until we get into that. We also still have to, well, we still have other things we gotta do. Increased Board of Health fees. Carla, I thought we agreed to some of these already.
No, these were the, Board of Health fees with all the other Neshoba towns. We were looking at the food permits, the motel permits, and we really didn't get a lot of information. I apologize because I don't have that spreadsheet in front of me right now.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we talked about it. What did we get, 30%?
If
40
that.
maybe?
If that, yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't much, and so what the goal was to look at like 2 fees that you could potentially increase, is that what it was?
The town administrator wanted 3, we've already increased 2, so.
I mean, I think that if you were gonna look at another one, separating out upgrades from single component replacements might be a good place, so I think if you kept the single component replacements at $50, which they are, but increased the upgrades to $75, yeah, then that would kinda line you up with at least my other towns. And I think kind of what we found on the spreadsheet, and then you could kind of distinguish between the two, because obviously there's a lot less work that goes into us, you know, replacing a D-box or a tank than there is replacing an entire system.
Absolutely. Okay, and then I believe the other thing that we spoke about was the hauler license, which is $200 for the people who have recycling and curbside trash, like Republic Service and Wind Waste and Ashby, Murray and Son. There's a permit for them to haul inside the town, and that requires them to have recycling containers at no extra cost. If someone's asked for a dumpster, they have to provide a recycling at no cost. And that fee is only $200, so that you could easily bump up, because if I was to do the enforcement on it, which I really have to start doing, because the committee and myself have been looking at, there's not a lot of recycling bins that are out there.
That is correct. Usually you just get in one dumpster.
Right. So I believe that that's another one. So if it pleases the board, I'd like to come back on the 30th and have what Rick has proposed there, and get a little bit more information on the hauler fees, see what the people are doing
Yeah.
in the other towns, and that I think would be sufficient. We've already increased late fees based on the fee schedule, so we don't have to have a public hearing every single time we change it. It's just refer to the fee schedule,
Okay.
so that will be helpful.
I don't have a problem with that. Anybody have a problem with that? No? Jim?
No,
Rick,
Okay.
is there anything else that you have to physically be involved with?
For,
That's in the fee schedule world,
um,
where you have to like show up
I think-
on site?
Carla does the trash, she does the tobacco, I'm really doing septic and well. What else do you really
And then water
collecting fees
tests,
for?
right? You have to
Yeah,
do
but
water
we don't,
tests?
you know, we just charge what the lab charges us, and then we tack $25 on to go pick it up. So you guys aren't seeing any of that. So we collect our own fees at Neshoba, so you to try to keep the assessments as low as they possibly can be. But then you guys have your own revenue, and so that's kind of more what we're talking about. Yeah, so the only things that I really do that you guys collect a fee for as well would be really the septic and well, I think.
And the food permit we
And the
had
food, yeah.
increased from $5 to $50. So
Yeah.
As
that
far
was a
as hotel
significant-
tax goes,
Yeah.
Airbnbs count as hotels?
TBD. They're talking about it right now,
Yeah.
and we really don't know how to
Oh,
address it
okay.
right now.
I was just curious on how that
Yeah.
was,
Yeah, we're not too sure.
cause not like we have any hotels.
But obviously they're out there, and the state's aware of them, and they talked briefly on them when they came out with the new housing code. But there's still some questions as to what exactly
Right.
they are.
Okay.
Are
All
there-
right,
are there- so- I'm sorry, are there Airbnbs in town?
I would guess there probably are. Yeah, I mean, we'd have to go looking, but I would guess that there probably are.
Interesting.
don't
Yeah, I
know.
mean, it's really,
I don't know
you know,
why
we say
there would be.
Airbnb, but it's really
There's
like
nothing
any
here.
short-term rental.
Sure, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, that's, eventually we'll have an answer as far as that goes, but, not right now.
Okay, we'll push that, Kyle, to the next
Okay.
meeting so you can put that together.
Okay, thank you.
Rick, I think we're done with you. Appreciate your time.
I will see you tomorrow?
Yep, I'll do that.
Okay.
Kyle, you have invoices for us?
Thanks, Rick.
I do.
Rick.
We have several invoices. Filing cabinet brackets, $40. I have a senior work-off person who's helping migrate all the files that are really, really tight together. We had gotten a couple of used filing cabinets, so she's moving everything down one, so we needed brackets. Sean Pearson wanted boots. He has a $125 boot allowance, so that's for him. Carla's mileage from August, September, and October. Trying hard not to do that. And using the vehicle as much as I can. But it seems like a lot of the time that I need it is Fridays when we have to open up at the recycling center, so. Leo Shaw's for August and September. This has gone through a email approval from Chris, just because I didn't wanna keep over $125,000 from Shaw's. But for paperwork services, it would be good for everyone to sign that. So we have that, if the auditors wanna see the actual signed copy.
I'm curious to know, does anyone know this person? Who seemed to open our gate and go put stuff into the dump on his own?
I was looking at him too. I was looking at him too the other day.
Yeah, I don't know who he is, the truck doesn't look familiar.
You don't think it's Paul?
Paul? Your son?
Yeah,
Let me see, I'll tell you.
because that could be Keith's truck. Remember, he's got Keith's truck now, and it's a black.
That's a Chevy though, he doesn't have a
Okay.
Chevy.
He had a Dodge
Yeah.
Ram.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a Chevy.
Okay, just saw a black truck.
Yeah, no. You see, take a look, I don't know who this is, but he opened the gate, went in, did his stuff, and locked the gate on his way out.
You got a beard.
Yeah, I have no idea who he is. I think eventually we're gonna have to talk about doing something different with the gate. Whether we invest money on a big sliding gate with a keyboard to punch in so we can know who goes in. Like maybe if we can have it set up so it's each department, like highway gets a
Has their
number.
own code, yeah.
Somebody has their own code, so we can always look it up and go, oh, you went in on them, who'd you give the code to? I mean, this is ridiculous. There's a bunch of those. I can show you pictures of.
Too many people have the combination for that.
Yeah.
And we just changed
And
it.
we just changed it.
Right.
I don't know what to do with it. I really don't.
I like your idea about doing the new gate with a sliding keyboard.
Yeah. I don't know how much that's gonna cost.
Let me look into it.
Ooh, maybe we should do something with capital planning, put together a capital planning thing and see if we get some money out of capital planning. All we need to do, Kyle, is write up a thing that would say that we need money for a new gate at the thing. We're gonna have to actually find a vendor and find out how much it costs. and see what we can do.
Right, let me work on that.
You're gonna have to do it quick, cause our first meeting is tomorrow. I just got a thing from them, saying it's tomorrow, but it doesn't
Unitil.
mean you can't get the stuff in on time.
I
Cause
can,
you
I
don't,
can
you don't
try.
have you don't have an appointment yet, so,
I can try.
'cause we haven't even done that, so.
Staples, got a couple of 2024 calendars. Neshoba Associated Board of Health, second quarter billing, Western and Sampson. Regular monitoring at the recycling center, which is mowed very nicely if you haven't seen it. And that is all the invoices that I have for you.
Frame hangers. Frame hangers. Oh, I would've came and got it. This is just for the cameras. This is just for the cameras, so it looks like I'm asking you something.
Sure.
This probably didn't work, but, because Gavin heard me, so I'm sure the camera did too. Edit that out.
And you have minutes that each of you have.
Yeah.
I have Chris's, I have Gavin's. Jim, have you seen yours? That's those, turn them over.
July 12th?
Yep. There you go. Big meeting.
Excellent.
Thank you.
One more here, I think. Oh, more stuff, all right. Oh, is it just, wow, that's our electric bill for that one building, huh? It's only always been twice a week, Jesus Christ. Oh, is this Rick?
That is, yes,
Yeah.
that's quarterly bill for Neshoba.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll take care of that. Annual, let's see, we did the minutes, okay, the annual flyer, I guess we
Okay,
have
so
that?
you have a piece of paper that's a black and white. If you'd like to see what it would look like color, I do have it a little fancier that you're not gonna see there. And you will also note that you have an email that Staples had sent back saying that we have $178, that if we don't use it by October, it's gonna be gone. And then they also have some printing promotions, $250 off any direct mail orders of $1,000 or more. Ours is like $1,200. So if we took that and then we took the 178, we can save a significant amount of money on the annual flyer.
That's true.
The only reason that we have not done the annual flyer was we didn't have the money, but now we have the money because the $9,000 has come in. Excuse me, and we weren't sure what to do about the stickers.
You guys still want the stickers?
You put that on hold.
Yeah, I think it would be rushing that right now. We'll Why don't you
Okay.
pull the stickers, Kyle, for now?
Okay, so that's just in, do you see where the sticker part is?
Yeah,
So it's
the
just
red
this
one as
little,
well.
little piece, so, the new fee schedule will be on there, so it's
Yes.
basically just this one, all
Yeah.
residents will require a fee, right there, that one little piece would not be on there. And then I think it will be great, and then the other side has all the new fees for everybody, if they haven't seen them, they will now.
Oh, those are the current new fees?
These are the new fees, yes. Yes. So, if it pleases the board,
Yeah.
what I can do is I can work on this, take out that.
Yeah,
If you have your own personal comments and you wanna send them to me, I can revamp it a little bit, and then I can bring it back to the next meeting, that's the 30th, as long as we get this in by the 31st, we'll be able to take advantage of the savings. I just don't wanna, I don't wanna miss out on it.
no, I
It's-
think that's fine.
It's-
I'm okay with it, I don't know with the other two board members, so.
I haven't looked at it in a while, so I would
No.
really like to look at it. This past month has been really crazy. Gavin, you did want the textile information, did you see how that's there? So, and possibly thinking about anything that could have possibly changed.
Yeah.
And it will give me another week and a half to look at it again. And also, I like to give it to Janet. It's always nice to have a second pair of eyes with someone who's not affiliated with the board, who just, oh, what would you think if you had this in your mail? And get a few other opinions, Kathy Spofford.
You may wanna put, a blurb on there about the new fees for the recycling center.
They're
It
gonna
sits
be
right
on
up
the
there.
back.
They're on the back of it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, it says, new
New
fee
fee schedule.
schedule, starting, see the back
Okay,
page.
okay, alright, gotcha.
When does this go into effect, September 1st, 23?
It did, yes.
It already did, yeah,
It already did.
Okay.
and really haven't seen anyone complain.
Not one person.
Well, one guy did about the mattresses, but that's too bad.
I'm selling a lot of mattress bags, I'm surprised, because I keep telling the people that 99% of them don't need them, but they
Well-
want them.
I don't know what they're doing with them, cause we ain't seeing them.
I think they're getting picked up by Tough Stuff on the curb,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That could be.
which is the same price now.
Hmm.
Well, it's 55, and then you have to buy, so it's $10 more than going to the recycling center.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, but some people just don't have a truck or
a
anything to
truck
get it there.
to,
so-
or around on a Saturday,
Yeah.
yes, there's many reasons.
Yeah.
Okey-dokey.
Okay, do you guys want time to make changes to that, or are you good with it?
I am all set.
I'm
Okay,
still,
looks good.
I'm
Just
still
still
gonna
yeah.
give you a final
Yep,
on the 30th, and if anything comes up that you think of,
yep, just eliminate the
the residents.
residents, and the
Right.
rest of it, looks good. Maybe in big red letters, you can write, please read this, don't just throw it away. Because most of you do that, and you really
You know,
need
what
to
would be
read it.
really funny is if we took, if you can find the Where's Waldo on this page, we'll give you a free roll of purple bags.
A roll of her?
Well, that's
Of
five
like, that's
bags.
$15.
That's 5
Would
bags.
be,
That's a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd love to see if someone
yeah.
would look and
Wouldn't,
see if
wouldn't
they
that be
could
nice
find
if
it.
250 people decided that, oh yeah, I found Waldo? Because you know how this works, one person will put it on, what's going on in town, and
okay,
what's
yeah,
not
you're
going
right,
on,
you're
and
right,
then
you're right.
everybody in
Yeah,
town will
okay.
have found Waldo.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I didn't think
Bad
that, I was just
idea,
thinking
yeah.
one person, like the first person
Nah.
that could send it.
No.
Just to get them to look at it.
Look in the camera, say, please, read these,
Mm-hmm.
don't throw them away, at least recycle them. Okay, so I
Okay.
guess that's good. Future agenda items. Oh, Jesus, I can't see out of these things at all. Main Street septic variance. What is that?
222 Main
Oh, is
Street.
that building, where John's office used to be? Is that 222? Used to be, the one that turned it into houses or something?
It could be, I can't say for
Is
sure.
that what 222 is?
I can't say for sure, and I don't have the information
thought-
with me because it's under future.
It can't be because we already approved that one.
Dillis and Roy,
Yeah.
well, actually, I think it is
There's an
because,
abutter thing, right?
they needed to notify abutters and it was already approved and something had to be changed because they couldn't do what they wanted to do, which is why it's coming back to you.
Oh, okay, because I
So-
thought that was
Yeah.
that building.
And it
Yeah.
probably is, I just can't remember what that building is, but yes, they did already come through, you had already approved it, and then they
Okay.
had to change things.
Oh, all right.
So that's why they're coming
Oh,
back.
they're coming back with that, okay. And November's coming pretty quick, fellas. We gotta pick one of these days.
I'll let Glenn
and
know.
have Glenn
I'll let Glenn
come to
know.
one of these meetings and
And he
we
can
can
come
shut
at the
down
end.
for executive session and
Mhm.
restart our meeting to close out.
And I'll get
That's
on
something
with
we need to do.
Joan too, to see how the tobacco regulations are doing.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't got that yet. Jesus, we've been talking about that all summer.
I know, she's waiting for the state.
Still? Wow. Okay, and then next meeting's all set. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn at 6:42.
Seconded.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all.
Mhm.